Sasha here with your yoga practice today. We're going to start as usual in a cross-legged seated position or a seated position that feels best for you. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe if you don't feel right, you can make a little adjustment here, maybe peeling any flesh away from your sits bones. Think about rolling your shoulders back and lengthening up through your spine by bringing the crown of the head a little taller. You'll notice how this lengthens out through your side body. And you can just close your eyes. We're going to start today's practice with an attitude of gratitude. Before we start to tune into the breath or any sensations of the body, I'd like you to bring yourself into a place of gratitude by thinking of something that you're grateful for. And that could be anything that comes to your mind first. Don't try to overanalyze it or think too hard. It could be as simple as you woke up this morning and you have a roof over your head right now and a room to practice in, but whatever it is, think about it. Think about a few reasons why it makes you so happy, why it makes you feel thankful. And as you contemplate what makes you feel grateful, allow this feeling of gratitude to fill up your entire body. Where in your body can you feel the sensation or the emotion of gratitude? Maybe you feel it in your heart. Maybe you feel it in your belly. Maybe you feel some tingling in your palms. So just take a few moments. And perhaps maybe a smile is brought to your face. Maybe even some tears of gratitude. And whatever happens to arise within you, simply allow it to stay. Allow it to be present, whatever it is, and wherever it shows up. And know that this sensation of gratitude is always with you if you just pay a little bit of attention to it. From here, from the sensation of gratitude in the body, begin to scan the physical body from the head down to your toes. Notice just how you're feeling here and now, without trying to create something that isn't present, without labeling the body or without judging your body at all. Just notice what's there. Maybe warmth. You might feel coolness in certain areas, maybe feelings of tension or tightness somewhere, and just allowing it to be as it is. Noticing how the muscles in your face feel, maybe the shoulders and the neck, down through the arms and the fingertips. What about the chest, your waistline, and deep inside your belly? What about your hips and your low back? Your thighs, your knees, your lower legs, your ankles, your feet and your toes. And can you imagine that you're able to fully relax the body? Allowing yourself to sit still, cozy and comfortable, and just soften in all of those places where you may have felt tension or tightness. And just like a wave comes to the shore and then recedes back into the vast waters, can you imagine a wave of relaxation coming over your whole body? Breathing in and breathing out, we switch our awareness to the breath. without feeling obligated to change the breath, but allowing yourself to watch the breath. Feeling how it enters into the nose and exits out from the nose. The sensation of coolness that accompanies your inhale, and perhaps a warm sensation as you exhale. And can you now feel where the breath lands inside the body? Can you feel it enter into your lungs and up into your chest? And can you watch as the breath leaves the body and the chest and the lungs sort of deflate? Like a wave of breath enters and exits the body. Breathing in and filling up. Breathing out and emptying. And then beginning to lengthen and deepen this breath. Can you fill a little more into the lungs and up into the chest? And then empty from the chest and completely from the lungs. Breathing in, filling the lungs from the bottom to the top, up into the chest. And breathing out, emptying the chest and emptying the lungs from the top to the bottom. And focusing only on this breath for the next few moments. And try not to force it to become too long or too deep. Allow it to be comfortably smooth and lengthened. And maybe for now your exhalation is a little bit longer than your inhalation. That's perfect. In fact, if we have a longer exhale, it helps us to enter more fully into a state of calm because it affects our nervous system and brings us into a state of rest. Now see if you can take that breath all the way down to the low belly and then up into the lungs and up into the chest. And as you breathe out, emptying the chest, emptying the lungs, and completely emptying the belly. Breathing in, filling up the body from the bottom to the top. Breathing out fully, emptying from the top to the bottom. Allowing this breath to be one that you can sustain and remain connected with through the remainder of your yoga practice. Breathing in, filling the belly and the lungs and the chest. Breathing out, emptying the chest and the lungs and the belly. And next time you breathe in, sweep your hands up beside you, out beside your shoulders and up over your head. And then exhale, close the pose with hands at heart center. Breathing in, reach the hands out, palms face up, over your head. Breathing out, connect palms in front of the heart center. Breathing in, reach all the way out and up. Out and exhale, taking palms to heart center. Twice more, inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, inhale, out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. We'll just pause here for a moment and notice how that little bit of movement changed our energy a little bit. Maybe closing your eyes. Next time you exhale, uncross your legs and plant your hands down in front of you. So your wrists are directly below your shoulders and your knees are right below your hips. And then we're just going to start to sway into the hips. So I'll show you from the side. You'll take your left hip toward the left shoulder and the left shoulder toward the left hip. Maybe you want to even look back over the shoulder. And then inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale, right hip comes forward, right shoulder comes back. Inhale to center. Exhale, left shoulder and left hip meet. Inhale. Exhale, right shoulder and right hip meet. And inhale. And we'll just move through this a couple more times with your breath. Just flowing from side to side. generating a little bit of heat through the side body, into the obliques, into those side abdominal muscles. Beautiful. Once more to the right, and then we'll come back to center. With your next exhale, round your back, tuck your chin, and scoop your belly in toward your spine. And then inhale, belly drops. Open your chest, lift your chin, and draw the shoulders back. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, belly drops, chest lifts, chin rises. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Beautiful. With your next exhale, come to a neutral spine. And I'll show you from the front here. So really anchoring down through your fingertips. Feel your fingertips on the mat beneath you and feel the tops of your feet. If this is uncomfortable, you're more than welcome to tuck the toes under as well. Next time you inhale, take your right arm and sweep it all the way up. Try to keep your hips exactly where they are. Open your palm wide as if you're trying to reach the sky. Spread your fingertips. And then breathe out. Weave your right arm under the left side of the body. Keep your shoulder away from the ear. Bring the side of the head down and look over top of your right palm. Bring yourself to the tips of your left fingers so your elbow points up toward the sky, and just take a few deep breaths here. Notice what's present in your body as you find this shape. Breathe into any sensations and allow yourself to relax into it. Notice any muscles that are activating here, any muscles that might be stretching. And really connect with your breath, filling the belly and the lungs and the chest. And then emptying the chest and the lungs and then the belly. Relaxing your fingertips, maybe closing your eyes. With your next exhale, press your left palm down to the mat. Inhale, press your body up, back into that tabletop position. And then settle back in with the wrists under the shoulders and the knees beneath the hips. Breathing in, sweep your left hand up, reach your fingertips to the sky, open your palm wide, spread your fingers out wide. And then breathe out, sweep your left arm underneath the right side of the body. Keep your shoulder away from the ear as you root down. And then come to the right fingertips so your elbow points to the sky. And then notice how this feels to be in this shape on the other side. It might feel similar and it might feel different, and that's okay. Whatever we feel in the body, we just allow ourselves to notice it without judging it. Nothing is bad or good. It just is what it is. Relaxing the left fingertips, softening all of the muscles in your face, and just allowing the breath to move through the body. In and out through the nose. Maybe a thought enters into the mind, and we just notice that thought. And then we come back to the breath. And the next time you exhale, place your right palm to the mat. Inhale, press yourself back up to tabletop with the wrists beneath the shoulders and the knees beneath the hips. Exhale, round your back and tuck your chin. Inhale, let the belly come closer to the mat as you lift your chin and draw the shoulders back. Exhale. Inhale. One more time, exhale, and inhale. neutral spine. And with your next inhale, walk your fingertips forward, just a little bit from your shoulders. As you exhale, tuck your toes under and straighten your legs to lift your tailbone up and back. And here we find ourselves in downward dog. We're in a nice upside down V shape. If you can see your heels, turn them so they disappear behind your toes. Spread your hands out nice and wide. Spread your fingertips away from each other and lift your tailbone so high to the sky. At the same time, you can press your heels down. So here, you're more than welcome to bend the knees a little bit, but make sure that the heels aren't up toward the sky. So we don't want to be up on our toes here. We want the heels to be a little bit closer to the mat beneath you. With your next inhale, lift your heels as high as you can, come to the toes, and then exhale, start to walk your toes forward between your hands. You can bend your knees if you want to. Lift up halfway as you inhale, draw the shoulder blades together, and then exhale, fold down. Wrap your hands around the backs of your legs and draw your heart toward your thighs as you tuck the chin toward the throat or the chest. Find your breath. So just remember, if you're holding your breath, then you've pushed your body a little bit too far. Relax your hands down to the mat or to the shins. Inhale, lift up halfway, shoulder blades together, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll all the way up, sweep your hands overhead, and then exhale, take your hands in front of the heart. Inhale, sweep your palms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep your hands out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Once more, inhale, sweep your hands up. Exhale, this time as your hands pass through your heart, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step your left foot back and walk your right toes forward a little bit. So here, take your hands above the thigh, just interlace them here. Your right knee should be just above the right ankle. So we don't want the knee to be in front of the ankle, we don't want the ankle to be in front of the knee. So see if you can realign. Beautiful. So if this bothers your knee at all, you can fold up your mat or put a blanket underneath your knee, whatever feels good for you. We're going to think about lengthening up through our spine and then tucking our tailbone down. So we get a little bit of activation through the front of the quad or the hip flexor here. With your next exhale, take your left hand down inside of your right foot and then inhale, open up your right arm to the sky. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Think about energizing up through the middle finger as if you want to touch the ceiling. Breathing in, breathing out. Exhale, place your right hand down outside of your right foot. And then if you folded up your mat, unfold it. As you inhale, lift your back knee off from the mat. And then exhale, step your right foot back to meet the left. So we're finding high plank here. You can lower to the knees if you wish. And with your next exhale, bend your elbows and let your heart melt down toward your thumbs. Roll to the tops of your feet. Inhale as you press through the palms and lift your chest. Exhale, tuck your toes and lift your tailbone up and back. We're finding downward dog. Looking at the toes or the shins. Spread your fingers out nice and wide and push your fingertips and your knuckles down toward the mat. With your next inhale, lift your heels up high. And then exhale, walk your feet forward between your hands. Once you make it to the top of your mat, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up through the spine, sweep your hands out and overhead. Exhale, take hands in front of the heart center. One more, inhale, sweep your hands up. Exhale, folding as the hands pass through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathing out, place your hands down, step your right foot back, walk the left toes forward so the knee is right above the ankle, and take your hands interlaced on top of the left thigh. So we're nice and tall here, a little more weight through that front heel. We don't want to be lifting the heel at all. Tucking the tailbone down. Maybe you shift forward a little bit. So just noticing any sensations in the body. If you need to roll up your mat, feel free to roll up your mat or put a cushion underneath your knee. And here, coming back to the breath. Breathing in, filling the body, and breathing out, emptying the body. With your next exhale, take your right hand down inside of the left foot. Inhale, sweep your left hand all the way up. Open the palm wide. Reach your fingertips to the sky. And just breathe here. Focusing all of your attention on your breath. Next time you breathe out, place your left hand down. Breathing in, lift your right knee off from the mat, and then breathing out, step your left foot back to meet the right. Always welcome to lower to the knees here. As you exhale, bend your elbows and melt your heart down between your thumbs. On the tops of your feet, inhale, lift your heart, shoulders back and down, and then exhale, tuck the toes and lift up and back to downward facing dog once more. Maybe you want to find some movement in your legs, lifting one heel, pressing the other down. Maybe you want to find some movement in the hips, swaying from side to side. Maybe in the neck. With your next inhale, lift your right leg high to the sky. And then exhale, glide forward as you step your right foot between your hands. If it doesn't land, pick it up and plant it between your hands. Pivot and plant your left heel down, so your left heel is rooted and the toes are on an angle pointing out. And then inhale, sweep your hands up. Beautiful. So just like we did when our knee was grounded to the mat, our right knee is going to be just above the right ankle, so just take a peek. We don't want to be lifting that heel at all. Okay, so arms are up, we're reaching up to the sky and breathing here. We're going to think about taking that left thigh bone up toward the sky. So flex it to your quad and push through the outer edge of your left foot. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Next time you breathe in, straighten out your right leg, and then breathe out, hinge forward at your hips. Push your right hip back as you bring your heart forward, and sweep your hands behind you. So your belly is hovering over top of the thigh. You're reaching your fingertips back and squeezing your shoulder blades and your triceps together. Inhale, sweep your hands up and bend into that right knee. As you exhale, take your hands to heart center and step your left foot to the top of the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep your hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep your hands up and out. Exhale, fold hands pass through the heart. Breathing in, lift up halfway. Breathing out, place your hands down, step both feet back, more than welcome to lower to the knees. And then exhale, lower with control, elbows graze your rib cage. Inhale, press up, lift the heart and the chest. Breathing out, tuck your toes and lift your tailbone up and back. And again, if you want to pedal through your legs, if you want to sway into your hips or nod or shake the head, you're more than welcome to do that. Whatever feels good in your body. And the next time you breathe in, sweep your left heel high to the sky. Breathing out, glide forward, step your left foot between your hands. If it doesn't land, pick it up and plant it there. Spiral your right heel down so the whole foot lands to the mat, and then inhale, sweep both hands up. So again, the left knee is stacked just above the left ankle. We're anchored through the outside of the right foot, and the chest is facing forward with the hands reaching to the sky. A little more weight into that left heel. Again, we don't want the heel lifting up the floor. Find your breath. Try not to look around with your eyes or your head. It'll really cause you to lose your balance. Filling the belly, the lungs, and the chest. And then emptying the chest, the lungs, and the belly. Breathing in, straighten out your left leg. Glide your left hip back as you exhale, fold forward. Sweep your hands behind you. Magnetize your heart forward and your hands together behind your back. The nice long spine here, belly hovers above the thighs. Inhale, lift your chest, sweep your hands forward and up, and rebend into your left knee. Beautiful. With your next exhale, take your hands to heart center and step your right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, sweep your hands up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep your hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Breathing in, lift up halfway. Breathing out, place your hands down as you step back to plank. Breathing out, lower with control. Nice strong core here. Breathing in, press your heart to the sky. Breathing out, find child's pose. So here, big toes touch but don't overlap. You can take the knees nice and wide, nestle your hips on top of the heels, and then melt your heart down and reach your hands forward. So from here, if your head is hovering in space, it's not touching the mat, stack your fists, and then rest your forehead on your fist. And just rest here for a few moments. Connect with your breath. Maybe in this pose, you can bring yourself back to that sensation of gratitude without thinking too much, but creating the sensation in your body. With every in-breath, the sensation of gratitude amplifies, feeling it a little bit more, a little more fully inside your body. With your next inhale, walk your hands underneath your shoulders and press your chest to the sky. Take your knees together and lift your hips above the knees. We're going to take our hands behind our back with the fingertips facing down toward the floor and draw the elbows behind you. Sitting up nice and tall, with your next exhale, gently press your hips forward as you lean back and lift your heart to the sky. So really supporting the low back here. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, stack the shoulders above your hips, nice and tall. Exhale, sit back on your heels. Shift to one hip and bring your feet in front of you. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Knees are wide. And peeling the feet open as if you're reading a book. So the pinky toe edges of your feet are touching. Maybe thumbs to the arches of the feet, wrapped around the ankles, or wrapped around the toes. Whatever feels best for you. I'm going to hold onto my toes because my feet are a little bit cold. Maybe yours are too. Sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders down away from the ears. Nice proud chest, open through the heart. Breathing in, breathing out. Maybe you find stillness here. Maybe you butterfly through the legs a little bit. And then finding stillness. Close your eyes. Inhale, get a little bit taller. And then exhale, lead your heart forward toward your toes. Little hinge at the hips. Just be mindful that the shoulders are rounding forward and you're not wearing your shoulders as earrings, caving in through the chest. See if you can create lots of space from the shoulders and the ears. Maybe looking just beyond your toes. This helps keep length in the spine instead of looking down, tucking the chin. forward here. Breathing in, lift through the chest. Help your knees together. And then you can find a cross-legged seated position or whatever seated position feels really good for you. Take your hands in front of the heart center and close your eyes. Get really cozy wherever you're seated. Whatever that looks like for you, go ahead. And just as you did at the beginning of your practice, see if you can soften and relax your whole body. Whole body relaxed from your head and your face and your shoulders, all the way down through the body into your toes. Notice if you're flexing any muscles. Allow yourself to really relax here and get comfortable. And if you want to, you can even lay down on your mat and relax on your mat for these final moments of your practice. And keeping the eyes closed and getting really cozy. And bringing all of your attention back to that sensation of gratitude. What are you thankful for today? And what are you thankful for right now? And I hope that you can keep this feeling with you always, on and off your mat. Thank you for joining this practice with me. It was my honor and my privilege to guide you through this 30-minute yoga class. Namaste.